Has it all sunk in for you yet?
Yes and no, I guess. It still feels very surreal, you know? Like, you know when you're just doing something like this and you're like, this is attainable every day. Like, it's weird trying to get into that, like, mindset of it's real, it's not just a dream, you know?
There's two things that are weird for me. Not thinking, oh, we've got to go home in like a week. That's strange, knowing we don't ever really have to go home. That's one strange thing. And the second weird thing that I didn't expect was this big, huge sense of guilt.
Yeah.
I feel almost like I've left I've left a kind of a problematic or like an abusive relationship, but I've like left the kids at home.
You're aware.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, that's extreme. I almost feel like guilty for sharing parts of it because it's so lovely.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like I personally did loads of work on self-worth this past year, and I feel like actually no, it's okay for us to enjoy what we've made happen, you know? The last few months I've had this massive like energetic connection. I'm gonna sound like a dick, but I feel like I've had this massive connection to the universe or the source or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like I've worked quite hard like on really kind of feeling what I want the day to feel like emotionally and physically, and kind of just not being afraid to ask for it.
Yeah.
There's this really nice saying. It actually comes from one of the books that I'm reading. Every day when she meditates, and I've done it a few times, it's really nice. And you feel, if you can get to a point where you feel connected to whatever it is you believe in, then you ask it, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to who? And then you just like open up to like being guided. And I'm really into all of that.
That's great.
And yeah, I do feel like a lot of that kind of played into where we ended up. And they say that like the universe is always wanting to give you what you want, but like tenfold. So you have to really like make sure that you feel worthy to receive it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I thought this week we could show you around our new villa.
Let me tell you a bit more about this villa's backstory. For the past 20 years, this place has been a holiday home, which means it's sat here empty for most of the year. We purchased it for about €475,000, which works out at about £300,000 at the current exchange rate. This place needs everything, starting with new wiring. Here's John, our electrician, telling you what he thinks of our electrics.
This house is dangerous.
But the electric's just the start, because like I said, this place needs everything short of an ordained priest with a pressure washer full of holy water. But we can see past all of that. We can see right into the heart of the potential of this place. We can see past all the dodgy wiring, the cracked walls, the fact it floods every time it rains, the lime green doves and the rusty gates, the pink bathroom and everything else. We can see how amazing this house is going to be when we're finally done with it. Did we massively underestimate the amount of work this place needs? Hell yeah. Do we regret it? Hell no. This is all part of the adventure.
I feel like we've upgraded everything.
Yeah.
But technically it's downsizing because you know we've sold an expensive house to move to a cheaper one. And, But if you think about it, like everything, our energy bills were £300 a month in Bath. They're like, God, they're going to be like 40, 50 quid here. Council tax is over 2,000 there. It's like 800 here. And you add on top of that, like the quality of life, the fact the kids are just out every evening on the beach. Every day pretty much we've been on the beach since we've been out here. Do you know what I absolutely hate? Well, there's quite a few things actually. People that ask me how old my dog is, badly calibrated cheese to cracker ratio on cheese boards, people who refuse to take the cellophane off things, people that do this hand sign, people who are telling me about their dream. I don't care. And worst of all is coupon codes that don't work. You copy them, you paste them, you sit back and you hope, and then every single time, invalid code. I swear to God, it's a scam. Well, I finally found one that actually works, one that's not a scam. It's called Coupert. What's that, Steph? I'm glad you asked. It's a completely free browser extension that does it all for you. It does all the heavy lifting. So when you get to the checkout page, Coupert automatically finds and tests all the available coupons, and then it applies them all for you while you just sit there and relax. Just install the Coupert extension on your browser and then just shop like you normally would. Oh, lovely. Got a discount. I mean, who doesn't love a discount? Cashback? Yes, please. Cashback. Coupert also gives you cashback when you shop at any of the 76,000 retailers. You just need to activate the cashback feature before you buy. You can withdraw it using PayPal, gift cards, or just get it wired straight into your bank. If you're paying full price for things in 2025, then you're doing it all wrong. So if you want to start saving money instantly, click the link in the description and install your Coupert today. It takes seconds, costs nothing, and will stop you from paying full price for anything ever again. Go on, treat yourself. Thanks to Coupert for sponsoring this week's video. All the details are in the doobly-doo. Let's get on with the show.
So let's talk about what we've invested in so far. So the only three major things we've actually bought: a PV system, these are solar panels which are going to go on the roof to help heat the house and the pool, air conditioning in a few rooms because my Irish skin isn't built for this kind of heat, and we've ordered a bunch of tiles for the pool and the outdoor area.
Hi.
So this is the look we're going to go for. For the pool tiles, we're going with these ones.
Love this, like,
So it's quite 60s, isn't it?
yeah, and it kind of the orangey tones.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
terracotta I really like.
Yeah.
And for around the pool, we picked these massive 100 by 100 concrete looking slabs, which we're probably going to put inside as well. They're from a company called lovetiles.com. They have this cool feature on the website that lets you take a photo of the floor and see what it looks like in situ. We had a trip to IKEA to cost up the kitchen. I actually asked people on Instagram if IKEA kitchens were any good, and I had tons of replies from people saying that they were amazing. We gave the lady our measurements and she priced it up. It came in at about 10,000 for the refit. But after thinking about it for a few days and talking to our developer, we might actually extend the kitchen into the living area to open up the space a bit more, giving us more of an open plan kind of vibe. One of our favourite things about this villa is this massive lemon tree, but unfortunately it has this sooty mould, which is this fungus that thrives on honeydew left behind by aphids. And the ants, they actually farm these little things. They move them around the tree, protecting them in exchange for their sweet, sugary excretions. But it's bad for the tree, so we need to treat it before it dies.
I like the fact that I feel like the trajectory that we're on is simplified. I'm like, I don't care about having tons of money in the bank, really, as long as we have...
I mean, it would help with the renovation.
I mean, it would be really nice just for peace of mind,
Yeah.
but it's not everything. I'm
No,
not
I
going
know
to kill
that, of
myself
course.
over it, you know? Like, no, I don't mean that. I mean, like, I'm not going to frickin' slog away churning out reels I hate to try and make money for it. Like, I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
It kills my soul.
You should jump into some new outfits, Hannah. Yeah.
Why don't you jump into some new outfits? Fuck you.
I'm too old to be jumping in outfits now. I could put
No, you're not. You said you look in the mirror and you see like 25-year-old.
I do. I look in the mirror and I see mentally a 25-year-old, not physically. We got the quote for the development work this place needs. It's a lot more than we expected. So we've gone through it and just basically broken down everything
Oh
that's...
wait, I forgot to add the tiles.
Oh God, everything that's essential and everything that's not essential. And even if we to take out everything that is non-essential, it's still above our budget by quite some margin.
Okay.
The developer's coming over later today and we're going to go through this with him and just be like, okay, right now, we need to slash this. Kids, how do you feel about... No, never mind. Don't worry about it. You definitely need your kidneys. Yeah, you do. Yeah, for sure. Any brands want to work with us right now? Now's a great time.
Okay, so gutters I forgot to put on here.
3,600.
Definitely want gutters.
Well, the thing is in Portugal, a lot of the houses don't have gutters. So basically, if it rains, this whole ballroom area floods. This area floods. This is where the water comes through. All the boxes that we've stored all of our stuff in have just like got really soaky and wet underneath with all the rainwater. I've got a bucket there trying to capture the water. Basically, there's no guttering on the house, so the water just sloshes straight down and just basically runs through the house. The pool is getting pretty close to bursting its banks. As you can see, like it's just stopped raining here, but the water just comes off the top down to that and then just drips down there and then floods this whole area. So we've got to get guttering put on the whole thing as well.
Right, okay, so now we need to look at this list and we need to cross out everything that isn't absolutely essential.
Dois. All kids like things to be...
Oh, sweet.
Amargo.
Amargo's bitter.
Longe.
Longe, Var.
Yeah. Porto.
Near.
I want to show you something. Now, every day we get tons of messages from people asking us about moving to Portugal. So I sat down with AI and I created a website which is dedicated to help people with everything they need to know about moving. It's got things like a cost of living calculator, some in-depth articles about education, healthcare, housing, you name it. Basically gonna be like a one-stop shop for everything that you need to know about moving to Portugal. I wish we had this when we were moving out here. If any of you are considering it, flirting with the idea, it will be a great place to go to like find out everything you need to know. I'm going to be launching it firstly on our Patreon. So if you follow us on there, you're going to get access to it shortly. I'm just sort of finishing off a few things. Everybody else, if you can wait, give me a few weeks and it should be public. But yeah, it's going to be a great resource for anyone considering doing this move as well. I feel so lucky and privileged to be here. You know what I mean? There's this deep sense of just, and grateful to the Portuguese people for being so like lovely about having us. I think providing that you love and adore their country, they are happy to have you here. And providing you respect their culture and their way of life, then it's fine. The best way to show that is really with learning the bloody language, which is the most difficult language in the world. But we'll do it. We'll just have to get, like, throw ourselves in the deep end and just not get lazy.
You just need to...
We're getting bits, but we need to...
Yeah, exactly. It's over time as well. You can't just land somewhere with a family of four and expect to be like already in classes. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
And also there's so much going on in your brain right now in terms of like...
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like, we're all making all of these different decisions every day and it's
true.
It's intense. So
yeah,
I feel like there's no space in my head to learn anything right now. I'm just like,
Anyway, we're going to have a little sea swim before we go, or are you going to do it? I might do it.
It's getting dark.
Yeah. Should we do a sea swim tomorrow? And
Yeah.
tonight we'll just go home and cook some food.
I cleaned up my kitchen and painted it white. And you noticed I did my hair and my makeup real nice. And you noticed, and there might come a day where I don't get to kiss your face, but I try my best and I love you tonight. And you noticed, oh, you noticed.